What's happening at the moment is a lack of liquidity, which, as I said, is the same behavior that we saw yesterday. And what I witnessed yesterday also is after that. So a lot of traders probably are aware with all the similarities to yesterday. So the Friday's CME VWAP anchoring to the downside, just purely on the Singapore Open, a drop lower on very low business. So what are other traders doing? Because yesterday was a great opportunity to fade that. I didn't fade it because I don't have a crystal ball. But if you saw that yesterday, I can appreciate that others are fading it, which is why this is a little bit thicker volume-wise. So if that's the case, in the immediate short term, we can look for the opportunity here. Why? Because you've got plenty of long inventory just sitting at the pre-pro low. Now it's a trap on the first sort of push below it to go short, as you can see. But what this does is help bring in some of those traders I just referenced. So I'll be looking to see whether or not we get an opportunity purely to take out those who went, oh, I saw this yesterday, I'm going to fade it. Here they are coming in. I mean, you can see it in the delta. So that's an idea, a hypothesis. It doesn't mean I'm going to just whack it on because I don't really have anything to go with right at this moment. But that's what I'm keeping an eye out for while I continue to kind of get a sense of what's happening. I don't know if it actually might repeat yesterday and just rip to the upside, but I'm always trying to think about those who'll get caught, and those have already showed their hand. All right, so I'm going to start working a short now. All right, so you've got multiple failed attempts in here, whoops, to get above the pre-pro low. 1, 2, good enough to go short for me. So the first thing I want to do is get a bit of a cushion. So until such a time, my eyes are focused on the DOM and not taking a bath. Interestingly, there's a chunk of long inventory just around here, which I'll get to in a sec. Just let me manage this. So this lack of liquidity doesn't suggest, oh, watch out, longs, does it? So if that's not what's happening and I'm short, who do you think is going to get clobbered here? So I have to watch for that. All right, so just working off the edge here. I haven't gone offside, but I haven't also got any sort of breathing room yet. That's where the big line of very recent long inventory is. It really sticks out there. Not surprisingly, see how someone's bought, basically, I'd assume that's a bigger player buying at the same area. That's promising to see some actual business conducted. I can't tell if it doesn't really look like urgent exiting order flow, but it might be the start of it. So once this buyer, all this long inventory is offside, then you can appreciate that other longs are leaning on that as a bit of a supporting case for their long. I want to work out where expansion is so I know where to get the heck out. Probably about there. All right, so I've just taken some off down here, and I'll leave a bit for a best case scenario. The only reason I haven't got completely flat is I just haven't seen much in the way of real puking from some longs. But what's encouraging is seeing, I'll see if I put this chart back. So I'm looking at a lot of things here. So I'll try and get this chart back in the right spot. You can see there is some, it's fairly mild, some of this size-wise buying that's coming in. So the good thing is I put that down to some traders who are likely going to get hammered, and so I'm happy to be on the other side of their exit order flow. So next stop is probably the second deviation of weekly VWAP. So good to start off with something coming our way. So there you go, there's the exiting order flow. You've got pending data, that's the second deviation. So now would you believe I completely screwed that up, and because I scaled out, I forgot to adjust an order and I accidentally got long and took a loss, and then like for half a basis point, then went back short. So I've made, I'm fine, but I absolutely did not manage to do that in the most effective way, that's for sure. So down to the transition, boom, boom, flat. Okay.